Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Arizona.
For the third time on this homestand, the Diamondbacks' bats tally double-digit runs, using a 6-run second inning to beat the Mets at Chase Field. Tonight, Ian Kennedy takes the mound, looking to continue his recent success since the All-Star break. David Wright and the Mets take on the microwave, Miguel Montero and the Diamondbacks. Next, get that popcorn ready.
Hi, I'm Derek Hall, President and CEO of the Arizona Diamondbacks. You're watching Sun Devil Saturday on Fox Sports Arizona.
And indeed, it is a Sun Devil Saturday here in downtown Phoenix for the Arizona Diamondbacks as they take on the New York Mets in game number 3 of this 4-game series. Hi again, everybody. I'm Greg Schulte along with Mark Grace. Happy to have you aboard for Diamondbacks baseball. Well, it's been feast or famine this year for the D-backs, Gracie. When they get 5 or more, they are sensational.
Yeah, and once again last night, they were sensational, banging out 11 runs and taking care of the New York Mets. This year, folks, it's very interesting. How about 50 times they have scored 5 runs or more? Only one team, the New York Yankees, has done it more times than the Arizona Diamondbacks, and you see their record 41-9 when they score a bunch of runs. But then on the flip side, unfortunately, there's been too many of those 2 or fewer, and you see 1-35. That is the worst record in Major League Baseball, scoring 2 runs or less, folks.
I knew there was a butt coming in that, unfortunately. Ian Kennedy will get the ball for the Diamondbacks tonight. He's looking more like the Ian Kennedy we saw in 2011.
Yeah, I think Ian Kennedy is starting to get a little bit more on his fastball, Greg. He's in his career, he has been a second-half pitcher. Why? Well, only Ian Kennedy knows that. But it looks now his fastball's got an extra foot or 2 on it. He's throwing 91 and 92 instead of 88, 89. That's making his breaking ball and his changeup even that much better. Ian Kennedy, they're going to have him be the ace if they're going to make that much-needed run here in the West.
And the mound opponent tonight will be the other Chris Young. Chris Young, the 6'10 right-hander. He'll be on the hill for the New York Mets. Diamondbacks and Mets coming up. When we come back, Brad Steinke will take a look at the Wild Wild West. Dodgers and Giants played earlier today. We'll take a look at the standings and everything with the West. Diamondbacks and Mets coming up. AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. Arizona Lottery. You can't win if you don't play.
And welcome back to Chase Field, downtown Phoenix on a Saturday night. The D-backs 10-game homestand lives on. Game 3 of this 4-game series against the Mets. And it's 62 games left to go in the season. It may be too early for the D-backs to start looking at the scoreboard, but the fans certainly are, and they like what they've seen out in San Francisco the last couple of nights. The Dodgers taking 2 straight from the West-leading Giants. First inning, Matt Kemp going yard, a man aboard to make it 2-0 Dodgers quickly. And then in the 7th inning, A.J. Ellis continues the long ball theme. He rips one out of AT&T Park to make it 5-0. And then the newly acquired Hanley Ramirez added to the damage. He had an RBI double, and the Dodgers go on to win this one in a whitewash, 10-0, 13 hits. And so here's the way the West looks right now. The D-backs are only 5 games back of the Giants. If they take care of business tonight, that lead is down to 4.5. Of course, the Dodgers are a game back of the Giants. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out over the rest of the weekend. Reminder, Clayton Kershaw goes for the Dodgers. He's been pretty well as of late against Ryan Vogelsong. But really, the D-backs just concerned about taking care of their business. They'll do that next on Fox Sports Arizona. They've got to keep it going. They've been red hot at home as they face Chris Young of the Mets. It's Justin Upton bobblehead night here. Greg and Mark with the call next.
Home run bobbleheads given away before tonight's ball game, and it's a pretty good looking bobblehead.
Never a bad looking bobblehead when you're as handsome as Justin Upton. Maybe next year they can have a non-broken bat homer bobblehead for Justin Upton. Hey, you can hit a home run with a broken bat, you're some kind of strong.
The Mets come in here 4 games below 500. Terry Collins, second season as skipper of the Mets. Let's take a look at his lineup tonight. Tejada, Valdez, Spin, and right. Davis hitting cleanup. Murphy, Bay, Neuenhuis. The difference tonight, he's in center. Tolley is catching Young. And our Arizona Ford starting pitcher, Ian Kennedy, last couple of times out, he's been really good.
He's been really good. He's been more like Ian Kennedy that we expected from the onset of this season, but he's always been a second half pitcher, and he's proven that again this year, Greg.
Here we go. First pitch of the night. Driven deep, but foul by Raymond Tejada. Strike one.
Tejada, no home runs on the season, but that one had home run distance.
.316 average. Had a good series. 4 for 9. 2 hits in each of the first 2 games. He fouls it back. In fact, his hit in the 4th inning last night, the last Mets hit.
How about that?
Yeah, they went 18 batters faced after that without getting a hit.
Josh Colmentor, Brad Ziegler, Breslow, they just shut the door on these New York Mets and enabled the Diamondback offense to pull away.
A little outside says Tony Randazzo, the home plate umpire here tonight. The count now 1-2. We're close. It's only 98 though outside. Could almost open it up.
It was an overcast day today.
It was.
Exactly.
1-2 pitch coming, and Tejada fouls another one back. Tejada's not going to walk a lot. He doesn't really strike out a lot. 41 punch outs, 225 at bats, only 14 walks. Put the ball in play is his motto.
And when you have speed like him, that's not a bad little mantra to live by.
He's their leadoff guy. Kennedy back to work. And he'll miss low and away. Count runs even at 2-2. Diamondbacks got back to 500 last night with their win. 100 games in now. They're 50-50.
Just wipe the slate clean and see what you do these last 62.
Swing and a miss on the change, and that's a strikeout to start the ball game for Ian Kennedy.
He throws 5 fastballs to get to 3-2. Then he drops a beautiful changeup on Tejada. That's just unfair to do to the first batter of the game. Nicely done by Kennedy.
Here's Jordani Valdespin, who started last night right field. He's back out there again tonight. He had a hit run scored last night. And the one thing we saw with Valdespin last night, he swings hard.
He has got no fear.
He bunts here. Too hard, though. Hill makes an easy play. 4-3 on the put out at first. That's out number 2. Well, the thought process was probably good, but he didn't execute it.
Well, you can see the advanced scout has said that he likes to take bunts with him. I mean, Aaron Hill smelled the rat the minute that Valdespin got in the batter's box. He pounced all over that firm bunt. That's one of the easiest outs Valdespin will make this year. 1 pitch, 1 out.
And now David Wright steps in. Wright had a 3-run home run last night's ball game. We mentioned at the time that was a 3-run shot. The first runs he had batted into this ballpark since 2008. He takes a low, ball 1 from Ian Kennedy. So a couple of quick outs here. Two and 0. Last 8 games here, Wright's only hitting .129. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and a strike.
Threw a little cut fastball to the outside corner, and he got that one past David Wright. I'm just a big fan of this young man. I think he can play the game at such an elite level.
And he plays it really hard. Ball 3 and set, 3-1.
You know, there's always that argument. Talk about a guy who plays the game the right way. Some guys think the right way is different than others, but boy, I just love watching him play. Right or wrong, it's fun.
He fouls one back to the screen. You saw all-time numbers. He's probably going to leave if he stays with the Mets. And there's been some talk, maybe not. But if he stays with the Mets, he's going to put up all sorts of career numbers that are going to be tough to beat.
No question.
He's already surpassed several of the greats. And a ground foul past third base.
That was that changeup he got Tejada to strike out on. Wright was waiting on it. He ripped it foul.
Kennedy looking for a 1-2-3 first inning. Coleman had one last night. There we go on 3-2 to Wright and a pop-up. First base side. Play for Goldschmidt. This inning's over. Really easy for Ian Kennedy with a strikeout. And a nice start for the night. Chris Young, the big right-hander to the hill for the Mets, bottom of the first. and Aaron Hill, the first two batters for the Diamondbacks. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, the Mets were easy for Ian Kennedy in the top of the first inning. Rick Gibson saw his ball club last night score 11 runs, pot out 13 hits, an 11-5 victory.
I would imagine he'd like to see his team jump ahead in a game here on this homestand.
Yeah, they've played 8 and they've been behind early 6 times. But yet they're 6-2. So,
well, you can get 7 wins on a 10-game homestand. Boy, you're loving life.
Parr steps in, and Young gets a strike. Chris Young is a tall right-hander at 6'10".
They got a couple of tall right-handers on this club. Young, along with John Roush. Just a straight fastball. He likes to ride up in the zone along with a curveball. Saw a lot of Chris Young with the San Diego Padres in the past. Arm problems got him out of there, but he's found a home this year in the Big Apple.
He's a fly ball pitcher. I can get a lot of ground ball outs normally. There's a little blooper, and that ball is over the reach of Tejada and into center field for a base hit for Gerardo Parra. Let's take a look at the Mazda starting lineup for the D-backs. Going to be Hill now, and then Kubel, Goldschmidt batting cleanup. Upton in that 5 spot. Montero, Drew, Wheeler, and Kennedy.
And with that leadoff base hit, anybody with speed, I don't know if you remember this or not, Greg, you can run on big Chris Young. I mean, you can run him right out of Chase Field. And I would imagine Eric Young and the rest of these speedsters have been watching the film on Young, and they'll be ready to take off.
Parr swiped 11 on the season. Young will throw over there. Young played basketball at Princeton.
Smart ball player.
Yeah.
Don't get to say that about too many of these rascals, because it takes one to know one, right?
Almost 80% base stealers this year. And we'll take one in the inside corner for his strike. For Young, his 10th start of the year. Only 53 innings. He's had injury problems throughout his career. And that has kept his career starts down. There's a foul out of play. Had shoulder surgery, right shoulder surgery back in 2011. He's had bicep tendonitis, right shoulder inflammation a few times, strained right forearm, fractured nose back in 2008.
Took a line drive off that nose.
Strained left oblique.
He's always been a rock solid, number 4, number 5 guy.
And Hill just did get out of the way. I don't know how he did, but he did somehow. 1-2.
And you can see his top fastball is about 85 miles an hour somehow, some way. See, with my belly, that would have hit me. These guys now, they're just in great shape. Those balls miss them.
Somehow, some way. Arnold draws another throw and gets back in. Chris Young was part of one of the better deals that Kevin Towers ever made. He came over from Texas with Adrian Gonzalez for Adam Eaton, Bill Killiman, and Akinori Otsuka back in 06.
That was a great deal.
That was a steal for San Diego.
Yes, it was.
Parr started and stopped, and Hill hits one foul third base side, and then will go over the Diamondback dugout. David Ryan will give it a look. That's all he can do.
Nice play, young lady.
First year with San Diego. Chris Young won 11-5. You know all about Adrian Gonzalez. Saw his good seasons with the Padres. Now a member of the Red Sox. A leadoff hit by Parr here to start the first inning for the D-backs. No score. Hill now takes the breaking ball low. He's one of those guys that I think a lot of hitters get good looks at him.
Well, he lives with deception. He's such a big guy, and he's dropping and driving. He's releasing the ball on the grass area of the infield in front of the mound. He's just so long and long-armed. Ball's just on you, even though he's not throwing hard. The ball just gets on you a little quicker than you expect.
And he knows that teams like to run, so he's trying to keep Parra close at first base with some tosses over there. And with a 2-2 count here. There's a shot to left center. That's hit pretty well. Back of the warning track, and it's off the wall. Parra knew it was going to hit out there on the wall. He's going to race to the plate. Here's the throw. He slides. He's safe. And the Diamondbacks lead it 1-0. He got a terrific break on that ball. Good by Hill. Nice start, huh?
Great start. That ball was hit so hard, it took all of Parra's speed to get around the bases. You called it, Greg. He got a great jump on this bullet off the bat of Aaron Hill. I mean, there's no hesitation. He's on the move. However, NYN plays it so well off the wall and gets it in on the perfect throw. Now it's a race for home. He just got in ahead of the tag as Tolley comes up with it. But that foot just across as he gets him on the back. Well, what a great start, as you said, for Parra and now Hill.
Kubel hits one foul out of play. 47th run batted into the year for Aaron Hill. But Parra got him going with a blue pit. Hill got him in.
Hey, the Diamondbacks jumped ahead tonight, Greg.
Yes, they did.
That's going to make one Kirk Gibson awfully happy. And Jason Kubel looking to pull the ball here. He'd love to drive him in, but certainly looking to pull the ball at least to get Hill to third base.
Or do that. Hit one to deep center field. That should advance the base runner. There's the tag by Hill. Newman Heiss will get it back in. Hill races to third. So that's a deep fly ball out for Kubel. It advances a runner.
A productive out. You know how I love those productive outs early in the ball game, Greg. A dugout full of high fives. These guys know what it means to make those productive outs. That makes it a lot easier now on Paul Goldschmidt, as now Terry Collins going to play his infield in here in the first inning. You don't see that very often, Greg, but that kind of tells you what Terry Collins thinks of Ian Kennedy, the opposing pitcher. He's thinking, man, I don't want to fall 2 runs behind early against this guy. That might be too many.
And Young's going to work out of the full windup, and Goldschmidt pops it up. Behind the plate, back near the screen, and Tolley can't get it.
Wow. Just by an inch or so over the backstop. So Paul Goldschmidt very fortunate to get new life. This ball just, you can see it actually hits the glove.
He stretches,
but it's on the other side. How about that?
Now what if he catches that in the screen?
That's great. That's how close that was to being a big second out.
And very quickly 0-2 here on Goldschmidt. Every time a Diamondback player hits a home run this season, Fulton Homes would donate $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. Diamondbacks, all their hits last night, and 13 of them, they did not hit a home run.
Oh boy, did he ever abuse Paul Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt got a couple of pitches to hit and fouled him back instead. That is a huge strikeout now for Chris Young. Big breaking ball. Goldschmidt missed it badly. Now Justin Upton looking to get a 2-out hit.
On his bobblehead night, right?
Yeah, you got to have a big night on your bobblehead night, don't you, Greg?
This is his third bobblehead. He is a combined 2 for 8 with a home run and 2 RBIs in his past 2 bobblehead games.
Well, I remember Greg Schulte bobblehead night. You had one of your best broadcasts of all time.
No doubt about it. Flawless. April 25th, 2009, April 24th, 2010 for the prior Upton bobbleheads, and now here tonight, July 28th, 2012. And he fouls it back, and Young going right after him, and it's 0-2. Upton's average at 273. We've been talking about the power numbers are down, yet he has scored 64 runs.
That's a lot of runs. Looking to get that big second run in here.
And it's in the air to right. It's going to be caught out there. Should be by down the screen. It's caught. So the Diamondbacks only get 1 out of that. They'll leave a runner at third. But they grab a lead after 1 here. And then double by Aaron Hill. 1-0. high school.
Friends of Ike Davis.
They're in the batter's box suite, though, and that's the view you have from there. There's that popcorn.
Well, a lot of good popcorn went to waste last night, didn't it?
Sure did.
Thanks to Ike Davis.
He leads it off here, and he fouls one back, strike one. They had some fun, though.
He hit a home run. Those are all his buddies from Chaparral High School, and they went ballistic when he hit that home run yesterday in the very first inning.
They really did.
Or I'm sorry, the second inning.
First time up. This time up in the second inning. He takes a ball outside from Ian Kennedy and had a quick first inning. Strikeout, ground out, and a pop up. Diamondbacks got him a run at the bottom of the first for a 1-0 lead. Outside 2 balls and a strike. Ike Davis has walked only 4 times in his last 29 ball games.
Well, for a power hitter, that's not very often.
It was back over a month, June 20th. And he's run the count to 3-1. So he's run the count in his favor.
He's about to, isn't he?
He's got to make a pretty good pitch here. I like IK.
IPK. Oh, my goodness gracious. No need to walk when you hit him that far.
Game is tied. Ike Davis, second game in a row, first at bat here at Chase Field homers.
Well, somewhere in Scottsdale, popcorn's flying near Chaparral High School. They're just not here tonight. Wow, 3-1 fastball right down the middle. And Ike Davis just pounded it. Nearly got to the scoreboard. Oh, dear, was he waiting on that, and did he ever kill it?
He couldn't buy a hit when the Diamondbacks saw the Mets earlier this season. 18 and 58 now. 18 homers, 58 runs batted in for Ike Davis. Here's Daniel Murphy.
Chris Young able to pitch around that man on third, only 1 out situation. Added some momentum now for these New York Mets. They're not going to go away quietly.
How about that number on the road? 244 the runs scored on the road by the New York Mets. There's a strike. In fact, both New York teams. The Yankees were tied with them. Seattle, 258 runs on the road. Ground ball, a nice play by Drew. And the after throw to first gets Murphy for the first out here. Hit it hard, but out.
Left fielder.
And now Jason Bay.
Jason Bay.
Whose days as a starter may be come to an end. He has really been scuffling. He'll take a strike. They have some options, although Scott Hairston is one of those options. His name is being bandied about in trade rumors. He may not be a Met very long.
Contenders want him because they know they're going to get somebody that can pound left-handed pitching. If you get Scott Hairston, you've got a big weapon against any left-handed pitcher, be it off the bench or in the starting lineup.
Bay takes that one down low from Kennedy. A ball, 2 strikes. So Ike Davis has tied this ball game. That was the 16th home run surrendered this year by Kennedy. Swinging and a miss, and Bay's down on strikes. Montero will have to throw him out. Throws low, but out. And that's 2 outs in the inning. Second strikeout for Kennedy. As Bay's struggles just continue.
He's going to find himself
Center fielder.
looking hard for work if he doesn't get hot here in the last couple of months of this season.
Now Neuenhuis, the center fielder.
6 vowels in that last name.
Yeah. By a vowel.
Trying to count the consonants now.
Sneer right call.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more vowels than consonants.
Let's see how far that name stretches.
Yeah, that's hard work for the clubhouse guy.
Not nearly as hard, though, as the guy playing in Boston, their catcher, which covers his entire back. Saltalamacchia. Of course, I don't think they were their names on their backs in Boston, but it would. Saltalamacchia.
That's not like the last name of Grace.
No.
Ott.
Fox.
Say.
0-2 pitch from Ian. He just missed off the outside edge. Kennedy back to work with 2 outs. Swing and a miss, so he strikes out a pair, but Mike Davis for the second time in 2 nights. It's a home run. Bobblehead night here. Justin, 20,000 of those floating around the stadium.
About that, you caught me.
Yep. Well, just a reminder as you enjoy Cold One to look forward to Miller Time later in today's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Got a good workout there. Not like those rowers, though, huh? Ooh. They can really go. Montero, Drew, and Wheeler here against Chris Young.
You been watching any of the Olympics, Greg?
Just a little bit. Watched, taped and watched the opening ceremony.
Well, they did it upright, didn't they?
It was interesting. Very, very nicely done.
I really enjoy watching those things.
Yo, Montero's got his average up over 280 now.
I watched that Ryan Lochte swim
Yeah.
today. I'm telling you right now, that guy could beat a fish. I've never seen anybody swim like that.
Beat a fish in water. I like that.
I mean, if a shark was after him, he could outrun it.
Or outswim it.
Or, yeah, you know what I mean.
There's a strike. Montero leading off here against Chris Young. And he draws a walk. Speaking of the Olympics, our Nissan textbook question tonight: what's your favorite obscure sport during the summer games?
Obscure sport. Okay.
It's got to be dressage.
What is dressage?
I don't know. Dressage. Dressage. I'm sorry. It's equestrian we're talking.
Oh, I like watching the trampolining. Yeah, I didn't know that was an Olympic sport. Is that team handball or individual handball? It's team handball and race walking.
That's where they walk real fast.
Yeah, race like it's like the race horses that trot. You know, they're not allowed. You know, the carrot. You know, what are they called? Harness racing. I don't get the point. Just run. Whoever tries to beat somebody walking
Who pops this one up? Looks like he's going to stay in play if anybody can get there. And nice play by Wright, who goes down. The out was recorded. And they get the ball back in. Was it Wright? Tejada? Who caught it?
I think Tejada caught it.
He was the one who threw it back in.
Whoever caught it, it was a heck of a play.
Here's a look.
Yeah,
wow,
Tejada ended up
reaching
catching
back.
it. What a great catch.
What a play.
Wheeler.
It's sensational.
Everybody's okay. That's just an absolute highlight film of a catch. Golly, tough luck there for Stephen Drew.
So Drew is retired on that foul pop to the shortstop. Now Wheeler. 2 hits, still looking for that first extra base knock in the big leagues. Well, I think dressage might get the either that or race walk.
And that's equestrian? Is that what that is?
Yeah. There's a swing foul.
Sounds like these.
Now
Sport for royalty.
The winter
Dressage.
Olympics, and it's really not obscure anymore because it's become really kind of a cult sport, is curling. I love to watch curling.
It was fun. Yeah, that's the Winter Olympics, but I like watching it.
But
It's
this is Summer
shuffleboard,
Olympics.
shuffleboard on ice.
Right. Swing and a miss by Wheeler.
And that's what this Chris Young tries to get you to do, chase those high fastballs.
Diamondbacks got a run in the first. Mike Davis tied it with a home run in the Mets second. Montero's walk, 1 out here, outside. 2-2 now. And Kennedy, last ball game, had a 3-run bases clearing triple. There's a foul, late swing. He fouled it off.
You got him to chase that high fastball again. You can see just how tardy a lot of these hitters are. Even on those mid-80s velocity fastball, they still get a lot of late swings up around the letters because this big fella's just right on top of you when he's letting go of the ball.
Count remains 2-2 on Ryan Wheeler. Wheeler's been up for a short time. July 20th, made his major league debut and got a base hit in his first game off Houston. At the time of his call-up, led the minor leagues with 90 runs batted in. And he's worth count full.
That's missed. Now decision time. You send Miguel Montero on a 3-2 count? I do not.
I don't either, with the pitcher coming up next, too. Doesn't go, and there's a shot to the gap, maybe. Back it up and over the hill to a house. Up against the wall. Montero's going to come around third, being waved to the plate, and he'll make it in there on Ryan Wheeler's first major league extra base hit. Diamondbacks get the lead back 2-1.
Well, congratulations, Ryan Wheeler, your first major league RBI, and it gives your ball club the lead here in the second inning. He gets a fastball to his liking. He rips it over the head of NYN Weiss. And once it stalls out there, Miguel Montero comes around standing.
I think that was the key word, stalled out there, because if he gets a ricochet back, I don't know if Mickey's going to.
I don't think so.
Come around.
I don't think so, but it took a friendly Diamondback hop out there, and Miguel's looking for an oxygen tank.
Ooh, Ian whacks at one and fouls it back.
He of the triple, Ian Kennedy.
Yeah. So
clearing triple.
Wheeler gets his first extra base hit and RBI out of the way in one swing of the bat.
He's always yapping.
He's always going. He's got
That's
such
why
high
we love
energy.
him.
Pitch outside from Young. So Young now has given up 3 hits, a couple of runs. Diamondbacks got a nice little fencer building up here. One of the first, second innings. There he chased that high one.
He's not going to be able to catch up with that one.
1-2. Ian knows it. Got him. Second strikeout recorded by Young, and that's out number 2 here in the second inning. Here's Gerardo Parra, who opened the bottom of the first inning with a bloop single over the outstretched glove of Tejada in the center field.
Well, he's got some hitting music. Get your fanny shaking.
Parra's next hit will be his 70th of the year. He's driven in 28. Looking for a big 2-out knock. And he shoots one foul left side. D-backs last night, runners in scoring position were 7 for 9. Tonight thus far, 0 for 4. But that's a lot of opportunities early in a ball game. Only in the second inning.
Oh, it's good to see Lady Gaga made it to
Yeah.
one of our games here at Chase Field.
It is awfully bright in here, isn't it?
Just find a piano. Whoa! That ball would have hit Gerardo Parra right in the chest if he didn't make contact with it.
Get off me.
Holy smokes!
You see a lot of swings like that against Young over the course of a ball game.
I guess so. Well, that hasn't been.
No,
This
not his
hasn't
good
been
area.
his friend, this situation, but that just means he's due.
Wheeler drove in the run with a double, his first extra base hit run batted in, scoring Montero, who had walked. That's now 37 walks for the Diamondbacks on this homestand, and 20 have scored. That really hurts an opponent. You get 37 walks, 20 of those walks come around. Conversely, the Diamondbacks pitchers have walked 17 in the 8 games, and only 2 have scored.
They have certainly pitched around him. Joe Borowski, he's not a believer in good walks and bad walks.
Outside.
Unless they're intentional walks, those are bad walks.
Big crowd making a lot of noise here on bobblehead night. Justin Upton broken bat home run bobblehead night. That's a mouthful. Out of the box and
to the mantle it goes.
1-2 outside, 2-2. Young's up to 40 pitches in this game. He comes in here with a mark of 2-4, ERA below 4, 3.91 at the start of the night. It's crept up over 4, giving up 2 runs in less than 2 innings here tonight. There's a shot to right, a base hit. Wheeler around third. Up with it is the right fielder Valdespin. The throw is cut off. Wheeler scores. They get Parra a run down, and he is tagged out to end the inning, but he'll get an RBI hit. And the Diamondbacks get a couple of runs in the inning. Ryan Wheeler's first extra base hit is run-producing double. And after 2, the Diamondbacks lead at 3-1. Brought to you by Miller Lite. Visit local retailers. Sex road trip to the Miller Taste Team at 620 for your chance to win one of 3 interdivision rival flyweight trips this summer. And there was a strike to the catcher, Josh Tolley. So the teaching group here that taught every Kubel.
And thank you so much, all you teachers out there, for all your hard work. And
they got their work cut out for them coming up here pretty quick.
About a week away, isn't it?
School's almost in session again. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He's got the strikeout pitch going here, hasn't he?
That's 3 in a row now. I guess that was a wake-up call, that long home run off the bat of Ike Davis. Once again, we saw the success his last time, Greg. He started the first 11 batters he faced his last start with strikes. This time, picking up right where he left off. Got Josh Tolley and these Mets banging the dugout over there with their bats.
That tells you that I'm a little frustrated.
He's just a strike machine right now. Back-to-back fastballs to the outside corner. To big Chris Young.
He's got a career home run back in 2008 against Washington. One and 2 the count.
Well,
he's got a big strike zone.
If you swing in the same spot every time, eventually some dummy's going to hit your bat. Just missed.
Ian thought he did get a strikeout.
Wow, that was a very delayed call.
Really late.
Were you with me on that?
Yeah. I looked at Ian, and I think he was frustrated, and then they got the call, and now I think Tony Randazzo might be getting it from the bench a little bit. The Mets bench.
Yeah, like, let me know a little sooner, will you? That's 4 in a row now for Ian Kennedy's strikeouts.
And 5 in the game. Todd struck out to start the ball game.
Gas.
His velocity the last few ball games seems to be up.
Well, he's hanging around anywhere from 88 to 91 tonight with the fastball, and he's working fast. We love playing behind that.
And back up the middle and into center field for the Mets' second hit of the night. Time now for our Kia Motors key to the game.
It promises to be a good one tonight.
Moving day. Well, we're looking at the scoreboard, LA, San Francisco, so I guess that's maybe moving up the ladder, right?
Yes, it could be possibly moving day. LA moved to 1 game behind the front-running San Francisco Giants. Now the Diamondbacks looking to gain ground back-to-back games as well in San Francisco Giants. They could find themselves 4.5 back if they can find a way to score more runs after 9 innings in these New York Mets.
And Kershaw will pitch for the Dodgers tomorrow against Vogelsong. The finale is the Dodgers will go for a 3-game sweep in San Francisco.
That's a nice little pitching matchup, isn't it?
Yeah. Those Giant fans probably won't be too happy after, and they won't be happy after losing 2 to the Dodgers.
Not at all.
Valdez being grounded to second. Aaron Hill first time. It was a bunt attempt, ground ball. Goldschmidt's got to get back cover first. He throws Valdez out. That'll end the inning. No runs, 1 hit. And a man left on base. D-backs on top here, 3-1. Run to the Diamondbacks in each of the first 2 innings. Actually, a couple of runs in that second inning, but runs nonetheless. Another crooked number for the D-backs on this homestand.
We've been asking for those, haven't we, Greg?
We had some big ones too. 7, 6, 5, 3s. Bunch of 2s. Had a 4. Aaron Hill will lead it off. He drove in the Diamondbacks' first run. Gave them a 1-0 lead with an RBI double in the first inning. 24th double of the year for Aaron. And Young texted on the inside corner. Strike 1.
These folks want their tacos.
We're halfway there.
And we saw one sign earlier that said, forget the tacos, just win.
Just win, baby.
Oh, man, just missed.
That's a couple now Hill's had in on him. First time up, this time was up, way up.
Right up around the shoulder area. That'll spin Aaron Hill out of there. That last time he got right back in there and hit a ball off the wall for an RBI double.
And that one's going to be caught by Tejada. Shortstop. Well, I got a shocker for you, Gracie. Last night, the Yankees and the Red Sox played a ball game that was won by New York 10-3. You know what the game time was?
No.
2 hours and 41 minutes. The Yankees and the Red Sox played a ball game last night. 2 hours and 41
Really?
minutes. Would they average like 4 hours
Usually
per game?
it's like 4 hours and 30 minutes, yeah, for a 9-inning game.
How about that? There's a fly ball to right. Valdespin going over. Foul ground. Reaches back. Actually made the catch in fair territory, according to the first base umpire, Bob Davidson.
Well, he just missed another home run. He just got under it a shade. Valdespin had a lot of time to get underneath that sky ball. And as you say, yeah, that was a fair ball. Bob Davidson had that right. That ball came back to fair territory.
Valdespin appears to be limping a little bit as he heads back to his position in right.
There's my buddy Bob Davidson. He didn't throw me out of the game
No,
tonight.
he did not. He threw out the first 2 games, but I don't think you were paying attention.
I didn't look down at him.
There's a strike. He'll be feisty tomorrow because he'll have the plate.
Yeah, he'll have the plate. He'll run me in.
Valdespin there fooling around with the top of that right foot. There's a shot to right. He'll get tested here. Goes back a few steps, makes the catch. Easy for Young in the third. A 1-2-3 inning. So we'll head to the fourth. Ian Kennedy back to work with a 3-1 lead. Powered by Gila River. Gila River Casinos, proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Mazda, we believe if it's not worth driving, it's not worth building. David Wright will step in here. Oh, is that a great shot or what?
Wow. Gorgeous.
Got to get up there, Gracie.
I know.
There's a strike to
It's
David Wright.
embarrassing that I've never been up there.
Really is.
I stand accountable.
Wright fouled out his first time up to Goldschmidt. Kennedy misses up high.
Can't get anybody to pay for the gas.
It is a little bit of a drive from Phoenix.
What is it, about 5 hours?
Yeah, probably somewhere in that neck of the woods. There's a chopper foul. Right, curveballs. Let me run a little something by here. David Wright, now 199 home runs. That was number 199 last night. He's walked 56 times this year, which is third most in the National League, but he has no walks in 6 straight games. Is that because of this stretch here where the Mets are struggling? Maybe he's trying to do a little bit too much?
I think that's certainly wouldn't be beyond what he's thinking. Hey, these guys need me to hit, not walk. And I would imagine subconsciously he's probably trying to do a little too much. Ooh, boy, he got one in right on his chest.
I'll stand him up.
Count.
As a hitter, you're diving in there, and you got to get out of the way in a hurry.
Doggone right.
Here comes the 3-2.
Yes.
That's probably ball 4.
It sure was.
Now Ian's dialing up the strikeouts here. That's 6 now.
And a lot of times after you get a fastball in and you get moved, it ticks you off just enough to make you want to hit one a long, long ways. And that's why you pitch inside, just for that reason right there, just to get under that hitter's skin. And here's that guy.
Yeah.
The home run hitting Ike Davis.
Well, after Davis homered last night, he made 3 outs next time's up, 3 times up, but he did hit the ball hard. He'll take a pitch here. Breaking ball and a beauty. We mentioned Valdespin. It looked like he might have been limping a little bit. As soon as he came into the dugout, he headed straight into the clubhouse, and he just has returned to the dugout. And the trainer right there near him. So maybe some kind of a foot problem. We'll see if he goes out defensively as Kennedy whips another breaking pitch in the outside corner. We'll see if he goes out defensively in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, Kennedy gave up a long home run to Ike Davis on a fastball. He wasted a fastball first pitch and has thrown back-to-back breaking balls to jump ahead 1-2 on Ike Davis. Let's see if he stays soft here or if he's going to go with something, maybe a fastball in this time. He wants a changeup. Well executed there by Kennedy. This is that fastball that he threw in the 2nd inning. Oh, gosh, how about that sound? As a pitcher, you never want to hear that.
You don't even look.
Because that means you're going to be getting another ball from the umpire here shortly.
Now we'll scoot out of play. Wheeler gives chase, but can't get it. Wheeler's been getting a lot of work down at third base before every ball game with Matt Williams. Talked to Matt a little bit before the ball game. He said, how's it going with him? He said, he's going to get there.
He's got a ways to go.
Yeah, he's going to get there, he said.
One of the best of all time in Matt Williams being your tutor over there. Yeah. You're in good hands, young man. Gosh, could he play third base?
Swing and a foul at the plate. Let's take a look at our high-speed pitch brought to you by CenturyLink. Kennedy and Young tonight. Young at 86, Ian's 92 on the dial. A lot of people forget Mandy came up as a shortstop.
When I played against him in single A ball, he was a shortstop.
That's 2 in a row now. Montero's taken.
Montero. I mean, look out. Bang. He'll take his mask off.
And that's just like having.
Go ahead and have somebody just whack you in the face mask with a ball peen hammer. That's what it feels like. He'll give you a Let's do it again. All right, putting a good at bat on Ian Kennedy here. He's fighting off some tough pitches.
Kennedy has struck out 6 on 2 hits. Home run to Davis, a base hit by Tejada, and a fister foul back to the screen by Davis.
You see a little exasperation on Kennedy. He's like, man, I'm making some really good pitches to this guy, and he keeps fouling them off.
Pitch number 10 is coming up.
Look at Ian Kennedy. He's like, golly. Come on, man. You're killing me.
What was the longest at bat you hit?
Oh, boy, I don't know. But like you said, Kennedy's like, calls out Montero and says, what do you want to do with this guy? Well, you know, you get sick of it. Golly. I mean, he's making some really good pitches. These are not just, here it is, hit it pitches. I mean, his curveball, his changeup, his fastball in, his fastball away.
Well, I guarantee he's not looking for the knuckleball here, right?
Throw him one.
All right. Kennedy and Montero know what they're going to do. This one is.
That was a bad meeting on the mound. He threw him a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it in the same spot.
2 for 2.
They have got Ike Davis has got Ian Kennedy and Miguel Montero soul searching right now. They have no idea what to do with him. Everybody else they seem to be okay with, but that guy has punished 2 fastballs right down the middle to dead center field here. Golly, was that ball ashed.
He's got a 2-homer game. Now back up the middle, scorcher right by Ian into center field by Daniel Murphy. Remember last time Murphy came up after the home run, he hit one hard that Drew made him a nice play on.
Well, Ian Kennedy's going to have to learn to stay out of the middle of the plate with those fastballs. I think frustration there here. Let's do this now. They're going to have a little meeting on the mound. Aaron Hill's going to join him, try to calm Ian down. Kennedy's frustrated with that Ike Davis at bat. I mean, you have what, 11, 12 pitch at bat, whatever it was, and then it ends up being a home run. Well, that you talk about ruining a guy. That will ruin a starting pitcher.
He's got to get over that now and get a couple more outs in this inning. It's a 1-run ball game, 3-2. And now Jason Bay, who struck out his first time up, will come to the plate. Those high school friends of Davis showed up on the wrong night. He hit 1 last night, but he's got 2 tonight. Yeah, Kennedy, the whole demeanor of this inning has changed now. You can just feel it.
Oh, he's getting so frustrated with all the foul balls from Davis. And then the home run. Oh, my goodness. He was ready to explode out there. He was so upset.
Murphy gets back in. Murphy has 6 steals. Wright struck out to start the inning, but the Davis on the 12 pitch at bat hit the home run, his second of the night. And then the single right back up the box by Murphy. And a 1-0 count here on left fielder Jason Bay. Well, Davis's average might not be very good. He crept it over 210 up to 212, but his home run and RBI production is pretty good.
19 and 59. You can see in now.
He's just totally out of sync right now.
Seems to be aiming the ball a little bit now. That Ike Davis at bat really got to him. And it's understandable. He's got to find a way to put that in the rearview mirror and go after Jason Bay. Jason Bay hitting only $168. You got to take care of him.
It's skied to center. Parr backing up on it. Murphy goes back to tag. There's a catch. Parr gets it back.
I wouldn't, Murphy.
Yep. Or go ahead if you want.
I wouldn't if I were you.
2 outs in the inning. Our Geico quote comes from Kirk Gibson. on Josh Coleman last night. A lot of guys would have lost their composure there. The guy's got ice in his veins. He's very calm and on task at all times, regardless of the circumstances.
Well, you'd love to hear that from your manager. Yeah, he was getting kicked around pretty good through the first 3 innings and pieced it together nicely, earned himself a W, and more importantly, earned the team a W.
Got 3 shutout innings by Ziegler and Breslow in relief. And an 11-5 Diamondback win. They're up tonight 3-2. We're in the 4th. There's a shot right at Hill at second base, hit hard by NYN, but he's up. 1 run of the Ike Davis home run. 2 hits, 1 left on base. Will head to the Diamondback 4th, 3-2 D-base.
Concept that the team came up with, it was kind of a big moment for us last year. Getting in a big win, and it was kind of down the stretch where we needed to get as many wins as we could. So it's definitely a cool concept.
It just shows how strong and powerful he is. I think JF's a big, strong man, and even he can hit home runs with a broken bat. I mean, that's pretty amazing. In the clubhouse, we all pretty much bow to him when he walks in the clubhouse because he's that strong that he can hit a home run and obviously shatter his bat in 2 pieces to where half his bat is on the ground and all he has is the handle.
Well, Justin Upton and his outfield buddy Chris Young having some fun before the game. It's Justin Upton bobblehead night. The 3rd time he's been so honored, but this one featured that broken bat home run that he belted last season. It's interesting. It would be kind of fitting, guys, if he belted career home run number 100 on his bobblehead night. Let's hope he can go up and out of the yard, don't you think?
Let's see what happens. Thanks, Brad.
All right, let's call it right here, Greg. He's going to hit one right here. He's going to hit number 100 right here.
Well, he's tied with his brother.
Justin didn't like that call, but it was right at the kneecaps. All right, it's coming. Yep, it's coming right to you here, pal. You want it, you got it. Here it is.
And the right center base hit. Nice plays it on a hop, holds into a single. This is that home run Brad was talking about. September 19th.
A single you'll take, but here it is. The broken bat homer. You don't see that every day.
No.
I saw Rob Deere do that one time.
He was a big man. I believe that. So for the Diamondbacks now, that's their 5th hit of the night. Upton on to start the inning. And here's Montero, who walked and scored on a double by Wheeler in the 2nd. There's a high drive, deep right field, and this ball is gone. A 2-run homer for Miggy. And the Diamondbacks come right back with runs. They're up 5-2. Boy, is he having a homestand. He's having a great month of July. Pretty darn good year.
Home run number 11, RBI, 57 and 58. Miguel Montero continues to pound away. And the Diamondbacks answer Ike Davis again with 2 of their own. Boy, see, that was not out of control and swinging to try to hit a home run. When he puts a good smooth swing on the ball, good things happen. A towering, majestic homer.
Well,
way out of here.
Fulton home run. Another $150 going to Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association for Miggy. A microwave.
Microwave. Walked and scored, now homers.
That's 16 crooked numbers on this homestand.
Like I said, we were calling for him. We got him. How about Stephen Drew needs to get in the Cadillac for the first time this year, doesn't he?
Hasn't got one yet. A single and a home run.
73 at-bats for Stephen Drew. No, we're close, aren't we, Greg?
Yeah, we are. Anytime the Diamondbacks score 6 and they're at 5, Taco Bell gives away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 p.m. the following day. Participating locations and hit deep to center. Newman has back, runs it down. One more.
Uno más, as our friends to the south say. Yeah, I don't blame you. Just go ahead and let everybody know how you're feeling there.
Again, a big crowd on hand here tonight, so a lot of people could go home happy.
That's right. Right after the ball game tomorrow, we can just shoot right over to Taco Bell, get our free tacos.
Got to catch a bus.
Well, maybe we can pull the bus over.
There you go. Stop it on the way. Pull in with.
Yes, we'll have
2 buses and
56 large drinks. And you better start making some tacos.
1 ball, 1 strike here. Ryan Wheeler, first career extra base hit, and RBI his last time up. He shoots that one foul out of play. Upper deck and down to the second level. And Upton single, a 2-run homer by Montero in the inning. And the lead is at 3 now. That's popped up. That will get out of play. Again, if you did not hear, the Dodgers beat the Giants again today behind Chance Billingsley 10-0. They've got Kershaw going tomorrow, so if the Diamondbacks can hang on and win this game, they would pull to within 4.5 in the division. And they've got that road trip starting Monday night, and it'll start in LA with the Dodgers. It looked like an Olifas pitch right there. That was a breaking ball that just didn't do a whole lot at 67 miles per hour.
He just kind of threw a balloon up there, didn't he?
2-2 the count here. Ooh, that almost sounded like it got him, but I guess it didn't. He spun out of the way. Full out 3-2. And he walks. A couple of good at-bats for Ryan Wheeler tonight. And you know, with each game he plays, each day he's up here, each day he's working with Matt Williams, getting in the batting cage before a ball game, he's feeling more and more comfortable. Haven't had a lot of starts yet, only his 4th.
Probably asking.
Yeah, what'd you have for breakfast?
How do you do that? that looks like fun. Wow, that's out at the pool area. All the grub.
Well,
can't go wrong out there, can you? Oh, good bunt there from Ian Kennedy. Nicely done.
He's tagged out by Davis. Well, they always have good times out there at the RamTrucks.tv pool. Not only a great place to watch a ball game, but a great place to pick out, it looks like.
I was going to say, a great place to add a few inches on your waistline there.
That is a nice spread out there tonight. Huh?
Wow. Complete with the onions and peppers on the sausage. Yeah, Trucks TV pool area. It's always full. I bet you if you go out there and ask somebody really nicely, they might just let you join their party. They probably wouldn't let you and me.
Oh, yeah.
We'd have to probably bring a few $20 bills.
Parr's got 2 hits tonight. Run batted in, run scored.
Got a really big hit his last time up with 2 outs and runner on second base. Got a big base hit to drive in the 3rd run for the Arizona Diamondbacks. He's looking to have history repeat itself. Try to drive in Ryan Wheeler from second base with 2 outs.
And that ball's going to get down. It's a hit. How about Parr? 3 for 3 in the leadoff spot tonight, scoring Wheeler. And the Diamondbacks have played at 3 in the inning, and they now lead 6-2, and it's taco time. Tacos for everybody.
You got them, folks. You got them. Gerardo Parr does it again. 2-out RBI.
A big night for him. 3 for 3. 2 runs batted in, and both coming with 2 men out.
Good for him. Now what you need, if you're Kurt Gibson, man, you keep pressing the accelerator. Send Gerardo Parr right now.
Yeah.
Why not?
Hill hits one to center. Nieuwenhuis, Valdespin. They are in a collision course. Nieuwenhuis calls on Valdespin at the last second. And makes the catch, but Miguel Montero, a 2-run homer. And the Diamondbacks add another run in the inning. They get 3, and they've got a 6-2 lead now over the Mets. .com/fan guide to register for a chance to win a VIP experience for 2 to a 2012 MLB World Series game presented by Scotts, the official lawn care company of MLB. That's a nice view right there.
Beautiful ballpark. Gorgeous ballpark.
It really is. But not necessarily for Chris Young tonight. The Mets pitcher, he's been tagged for 6 runs, 7 hits. 2-run homer by Miguel Montero.
Kenny still got work to do. Got to continue to put zeros on the board, and that's not a good start.
Ball that gets by Parr goes all the way to the wall. Nieuwenhuis, check that. Tolley is on his way into second base. So Tolley with a leadoff 2-base hit here. It's just a nice swing, and like Parr thought he might be able to get it in the angle he took, but then once it got by him.
Chris Young's going to be pinch hit for here by Andres Torres. So only 4 innings for the big right-hander. You can see the frustration on his face. Tough night for him. Generous outside corner there for Ian Kennedy. He'll take it.
Torres in the ball game last night had a single and a walk. First game of the series, he had a triple run scored and a base hit.
Oh, good curveball, 0-2. Just right there to easy pitch to call a strike for Tony Randazzo.
Pitch is high. Diamondbacks are now going to get to a Mets bullpen that is not good. Ramon Ramirez is up. Mets bullpen's allowed to run in 12 to 14 games since the All-Star break. 2-2 count here on Torres. And if you're Kennedy here, you want it out in the worst way. You got the top of the order coming up next. You don't want the Mets gaining any momentum with a 4-run lead here. But a leadoff double by Tolley has started the inning.
Well, now he's messed around. Gone from 0-2 to 3-2. Trying to get Torres to chase, but Torres has stood up there for 5 pitches, looked at all of them. He sits at 3-2.
He fouled it out of play. Let's see. How did the Dodgers do today? Okay, they beat the Giants.
Leave me alone. I'm calling my girlfriend. She told me to check in. There's a pretty changeup. Strike 3.
That's 7, Grayson. 3 in Canada tonight.
Bunch of fastballs, and then just a changeup, and Andres Torres can only hang his head and head back to the dugout. His day's over.
Now the top of the order, and Tejada, who's 1 for 2 in the ball game. He struck out in the first inning, single to center in the third. So they've gotten an out with that runner at second. And he misses outside as Kennedy. Ball one. Ian has crept over 70 pitches on the night, working here in the 5th. No miss again, ball 2. Ian last year was almost unhittable with runners in scoring position. League hit 141 against him. Only had 8 extra base hits, 1 home run. Been a little different story in 2012. The league's hit 222. They've had 10 extra base hits, including 5 home runs. It was like runners got to second and third, or just a runner at second, runner at third. He just shut the door on him last year.
It was no chance. Even though 220 something's not bad.
No, but 141.
And he's improved on that a lot his last couple starts.
He only gave up 24 hits and 170 at bats last year. In that situation, 28 this year.
Easy to see why he was 21-4 last year with those numbers.
He's got 1 out here with a runner in scoring position. Boy, big lead out at second by Tolley, and Kennedy bluffs him back.
He said that's enough of that.
Foul back. And the count evens out at 2-2. That Oakland ball club keeps rolling. They're up 5-0 tonight at Baltimore. 17-3 in July.
17 out of 20. Good for Bob Melvin.
Yeah.
When they came in here and the Diamondbacks swept them.
Man,
that might have been their last loss.
The way they've gone. 2-2 count here. Into the dirt. Count is full. Ian has not walked a batter tonight. In fact, the last walk he gave up was in Chicago right after the All-Star break. And did he go? No, he held up in time. Ball 4. Walk puts 2 on in the inning now. Let's get to our AT&T trivia question. We're going to stay with the Olympic theme here tonight. Oh, we're in the pool. Who are the 3 active MLB players who won a gold medal in the 2000 Olympics?
We know that because we looked it up earlier, so we'll let the folks at home see if they can figure it out. There's 3 left. There's 3 left. They're still playing in the major leagues.
There is one here tonight in uniform that's popped up to left for Kubel. And he's got it.
A big 1 pitch out there off the bat of Valdez-Swing. Now the bad news is now you're facing David Wright here. And this is the first time I think I've ever said this, but you really want to make sure you pitch to David Wright in this situation.
Yeah.
Because Ike Davis is on deck, who has decided he's just going to homer every single time he comes to the plate.
Yeah, pitch right to David Wright, right?
You got that right.
Making yourself laugh. I like that.
I cracked myself up. Now this is a big turning point in this ball game now with 2 on and David Wright up. On most nights, this is by far the most dangerous guy in the New York Mets lineup.
Well, I don't want to send bad vibes out there, but the score was 6-2 Diamondbacks last night when Wright strolled to the plate in the 3rd inning. Hit you know what?
Oh no.
Nice pitch.
Pretty generous outside corner there. David Wright's like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm having enough trouble as it is.
In with 7 strikeouts tonight. He's given up 5 hits, 2 runs. He's got 2 on, 2 out here. Leading by 4. And he's out ahead of Wright, 1 and 2 now. And double trouble on deck. Ike the Babe Davis.
Now, what do you go with here if you're Ian Kennedy? You got all 3 pitches: fastball, curveball, changeup. You got a 1 and 2 count. What are you going to do here, Ian? Huge pitch.
And a caught by Wheeler. Wheeler at 6'3" needed all of that to stretch out and rob Wright of a hit, and a run banded in. And in the inning, so Kennedy pitches out of trouble, a double, a walk, 2 left. We'll enter the bottom of the 5th. Diamondbacks with a 6-2 lead over the Mets.
The Sun Devil Saturday on Fox Sports Arizona.
One Sun Devil. There's another Sun Devil. Mike Davis. Sun Devil Saturday here at Chase Field. Of course, Diamondback President, CEO Derek Hall is Sun Devil. Ramon Ramirez isn't.
No.
But he is pitching.
Our cohort next to us, Jeff Munn, is a Sun Devil. As is Leo Gilmartin.
Yeah. My daughter graduated from Arizona State.
Really?
Yeah. It's a Sun Devil Saturday. There's a strike.
So you should be proud of that, having a daughter graduated from Arizona State. I'm hoping to get my two through a JUCO.
They're a little young right now. They're a little young right now. Puts outside here to Kubel. Jason has flied to center, and he's flying to right in the ball game. The Mets bullpen the rest of the way here. A swing and a miss, and they have not been good. The bullpen run in 12 of the last 14 games. They have the worst ERA in the majors, 5.14. They've lost 21 games, and they've blown 16 saves. And the Mets starters putting a lot of extra pressure on that bullpen because they're not getting very far.
And Big John Roush.
One and two on Kubel leading off here. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Third Diamondback to strike out tonight.
Change up there from Ramon Ramirez.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Goldschmidt had 2 hits last night, and he had been slumping in that cleanup spot. 3 for his last 19 over his last 5 games. He looks at a strike. Ramirez came over along with Torres from the Giants in that Melky Cabrera deal.
Oh, he's had very good stuff, Ramirez. Did some really good things with San Francisco as well. Ball 3.
Good crowd here tonight, Gracie. 33,753.
Nice going, Diamondback fans.
Diamondbacks closing in on $1.5 million on the year. There's a ground ball down to third. Right, nice play on a low hop. And he turns and throws him out for out number 2.
Yeah, that ball didn't come up like David Wright thought it may, but he ended up staying with it and made a nice play.
No hurry. He knew what the situation was. He was running. How fast the ball got to him. That accurate throw.
A strike across the diamond.
2 quick outs now for Upton, who's got a hit and a run scored. He scored on the home run by Montero that came in the 4th inning. See you right. Justin now 92 hits on the year. Team leader remains Aaron Hill. Foul out of play. Hill has 113 hits. Kubel's sitting on 99. Willie Bloomquist's not playing tonight. He's got 93 up to 92. Oh, 2 count on Justin. 2 quick outs here for Ramirez in the 5th. And a ball inside.
Well, that one just missed.
mentioned it was an overcast day. It looks like that sky is darkening. I don't mean because it's nighttime, but just looking out those windows out there, it looks a little gray. Ground ball foul.
Getting some texts from friends and acquaintances saying the roof is protecting us from a heck of a monsoon out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, good. Glad we're indoors here enjoying the ball game. One-two count on Upton with 2 outs here.
Well, if you or someone you know would love to be calling the game and is between the ages of 10 through 14, then come out tomorrow to Chase Field for the Fox Sports Arizona and Sanderson Ford Kidcaster auditions from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. near section 115 and 116 during the Mets and Diamondbacks game. Come on out, kids. Good take there from Justin Upton.
And he's run the count full at 3-2. Ground ball in sharply to short. Tejada's got it, and he throws him out. That'll end the inning. 1-2-3. Ike Davis will lead it off for the Mets when they come to bat. The 6. D-backs up 4.
Hit the same pitch in pretty much the same spot off the same pitcher.
Just different innings.
In inning number 2 and in inning number 4. That's not, Ian Kennedy. Yeah, no, yeah.
Well, the good thing is nobody's on base for it. Nobody was on base for either the first 2 home runs. And he fouls this one back. He is our APS Energy All-Star here tonight with his 2 home runs.
I guess so.
19 out of the year and 59 runs batted in. But he's done the only damage against Ian Kennedy tonight. Ian working with a 4-run lead here in the 6th. And he pulls that one foul. Got ahead of him now 0-2. Let's see how he works now. What, a 12-pitch at bat last time? Nice play out there.
How about that grab out there down the right field line? Yeah. That's Alan Myers. Made a great play. Let's watch Alan make his play again. That ball's ripped down the right field line. Yeah, go ahead and make a backhand. Nice. Bill Clausing's down the left field side. That's,
I like that. That's
a big
Raleigh
stash.
fingers look right there.
That's a good look out there. Made a nice play as well.
Here we go, 2-2. Got ahead of him 0-2. I would say Kennedy is not, or Davis has got Kennedy dialed in here, huh?
You have to laugh.
3 of them.
Look at Kirk Gibson.
Kennedy's not laughing. 3 solo home runs by Ike Davis tonight.
Somebody's going to have to tell that young man that the game is just not that easy. Curveball, hanging curveball. That's the problem. All 3 home runs have been off pitches in the middle of the plate. Kirk Gibson like, you've got to be kidding me.
Well, the first in the career of Ike Davis. And if you're wondering, yeah, 6th inning, he's going to get at least 1 more at bat in this ball game.
Holy mackerel, Ike. What's going on, Silas? That was ripped to center. Gerardo Parra's right there in his tracks to get the first out of the inning. But Ike Davis.
You know how much popcorn would have been on that field tonight?
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, there's not enough.
No.
I don't think Orville Redenbacher's family can put enough popcorn out there for Ike Davis tonight. Wow, that is impressive. Yeah, I don't know if Mike and Sharon could make enough of their own.
Tonight.
Yeah, Ike would put them or keep them, make them retired.
Bay sends one in the air into right field for Upton.
Yep. 2 quick outs right after the home run by Ike Davis. Well, everyday heroes are all around us. You can nominate a person or an organization that has inspired you with their acts of selflessness in our community. To submit their name, visit valleychevy.com and facebook.com/valleychevy. Winners will be chosen to appear on the Diamondbacks live pregame show. It's Everyday Hero presented by your Valley Chevy dealers.
2 outs now. Last Met to hit 3 homers in a ballgame is Carlos Beltran back in 2011.
Well, the good news for Ian Kennedy is they're all solo shots. He's keeping everybody off base in front of him.
1-2 count. Moonheist 0 for 2, and he strikes out for the 2nd time for Kennedy. Strikeout number 8. But Ike Davis did it 1 more time. 3 solo home runs tonight for the Met first baseman, but not enough. D-backs still lead it.
Fear comes great responsibility.
And Kennedy, after that inning ended, giving up The third solo home run of the night to Ike Davis. And Ian Soto with a 6-3 lead. Diamondbacks try and add to it now with Montero, Drew, and Wheeler coming to the plate here against Ramon Ramirez in the last of the 6. Inside ball 1. Montero's on a nice run right now. 2-run home run, was number 11 on the year, closing in on 60 runs batted in on the season. He fouls this one. 20,000 Upton broken bat home run bobbleheads given away before the ball game tonight. Young fan got one. I would think the order of business is you have to take it out of the box to look at it. Sneak that peek, right? Montero, that average just keeps climbing up. He's inching towards 290. It's popped up. Called for by the second baseman Murphy. He'll make the catch, one away. Here's Stephen Drew. Drew tonight is fouled out to the shortstop. Tejada made a great catch running into foul territory and eluded David Wright catching the ball, reaching behind him. And last time up, Drew flied out pretty deep center field. About that play. This is our Chaz Roberts air conditioning cool play of the game.
I mean, really not even looking at the ball. Made it just a gorgeous play. Threw a fastball right by him, 2-1.
Diamondbacks had a 1-0 lead after 1. Added 2 in the second, 3 in the fourth. And 3 solo home runs in innings 2, 4, and 6 for Ike Davis here tonight.
What a show that young man's putting on.
It's going to get out of play by Drew. Third base side over the Diamondback dugout. Saito loosening in the Diamondback bullpen.
Ball 4 just missed inside.
Good take by Drew. And as you said, on a very close pitch. Ryan Wheeler's had a nice night. A double, run scoring double, and his first extra base hit, run batted in, scored a run, and then walked and scored the 4th. Very productive in that number 8 spot tonight.
We're going to pull something through that hole if you can on the right side and get a first and third situation. Ian Kennedy will certainly hit for himself on deck. Change up way out in front.
You see a little different pitching when you come to the major leagues, and you saw it on the minor league level.
Changeups aren't quite as good in AAA as they are here. Fastball's just not quite as in the middle of the plate.
Keeping Drew close over there. Ramirez is in his second inning of work. Had a 1-2-3 fifth inning. And this away. And the count evens at a ball and a strike. Ground ball, double play ball, perhaps. Out at second and out at first, and that's a double play. Murphy to Tejada to Davis, and the Diamondbacks turned away in the 6th. We'll head to the 7th, 6-3 D-backs. Interactive kiosk right here at Chase Field during any Arizona Diamondbacks regular season home game. Still a game.
And then some.
6-3 Diamondbacks. Ian Kennedy back to work in the 7th. He's going to have Tolley, who is 1 for 2 with a double. Torres, who pinch hit and struck out, stayed in the game. And then the top of the order in Ruben Tejada, who is 1 for 2 with a walk. 6 Mets hits, 1 less than the Diamondbacks have. High ball 1.
Kennedy about to reach 100 pitches. He's at 97 as we speak.
He's falling behind the leadoff man, 2-0 here. It's fouled out of play, 2-1. Diamondback pitchers over their last 18 games, 12 of those games they've gone 6 or more innings. Two or less runs in 7 of those games, and they totally couldn't hold up. He chased it 2-2 now.
Up and out of the zone it went.
Always important to get that leadoff hitter. Got it. Nice strikeout of the night for Ian.
Well, what a pretty changeup that was. Just a thing of beauty. All set up by Tolley chasing that 2-1 fastball out of the zone. And because of that, he's the 9th strikeout victim of the ball game here for Ian Kennedy.
And now Andres Torres who's had one at bat, the pinch hit, striking out, swings and fouls the back, strike one. Finale of this long homestand tomorrow at 1:10. Drops down a little bit low. And then the Diamondbacks go out for 10. Come home for 3, and they go right back out for 7 more.
It ain't going to be easy to get on that much-needed roll.
Ooh, just outside to Torres, who took it 2-1. The Diamondbacks need to play better on the road. They're 21-27 in 48 games played away from Chase Field. Ball, oh, he was a strike on the outside corner. Torres didn't think so. 2-2.
I think Torres is kind of thinking with you there, Greg.
Tony Randazzo, the only man who's got a vote here. That's down the line foul out of play.
Yeah, his word is law.
Well, if you don't get kicked out by Bob Davidson before tomorrow's ball game, we'll have it played.
I'm sure he'll kick me out. I'm going to see that he does kick me out.
Another foul back.
Wouldn't be the first ball game Bob's kicked me out of. That's all right. He's one of my favorites.
That's 2 out of 3 in this series. Diamondbacks trying to win. 2 out of 3 from the Mets, setting up tomorrow. And a base hit to left field by Torres.
Well, that was pretty, wasn't it?
Yeah. Slapped it between third and short.
Waited on a changeup and ripped it. You see that changeup fading away, and he just goes right with the pitch. Beautiful.
Well, it hasn't been easy for Ian tonight. Zagorski now joins Saito in the bullpen. That's 7 Mets hits. But again, only the 3 runs, and they were by Davis, the 3 solo homers. Kirk Gibson heads to the mound here, and he's already made the call. He's going to go out and get Saito. Kennedy will not go 7 here tonight. He'll go 6+. The bullpen will take it over from here.
Kennedy looks not too pleased.
And not happy he's leaving. But he'll walk off. Fans get to their feet. Give him a nice hand. He struck out 9. And we'll see if his bullpen can hang on here. Game. Giving up the 3 home runs to Ike Davis here tonight, all 3 solo shots, but his bullpen with a 3-run lead to protect here in the 7th inning. And Takashi Saito making his 4th appearance.
He's the new 7th inning guy now. He's going to come in with 1 on and 1 out. He's going to get Ruben Tejada.
It looks like Turner is on deck to bat for the pitcher next.
Saito's had a very good career, an ERA in the twos, a low twos in his career.
Diamondbacks bullpen the last 6 ball games been very good. 15 innings, only 1 earned run allowed, only 5 hits and 46 at bats, and 4 double plays. He could use one right here, couldn't he?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Saito about to make his first pitch, and it misses down low to Ruben Tejada, who was struck out single to center and walked. The only walk given up by Ian Kennedy. That came in the 5th. He struck out 9 tonight.
He is still shaking his head. He is none too pleased.
That's fouled back. The ball was up a little bit. Tejada chased it, whacked it back to the screen. Takashi Saito back in action. That's the entire first half. 42 years old. Out of Yokohama.
Doesn't look a day over 30, does it?
A little soft toss over to first. Diamondbacks trying to creep back up over 500 tonight. Pulled to within 4.5 in the division. Swung and a miss by Tejada.
91 miles an hour to the outside corner on that fastball. Good pitch. Still got some good life on that fastball, does the aging Takashi Saito.
Crowd getting into it here, trying to help Saito and the defense. He'll miss away. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Jose Reyes patrolled short for a lot of years for the Mets, but he's gone now, and it's Tejada's position and the leadoff spot in the order for Terry Collins. The young man's done a nice job hitting over 300, 317.
Surprised you didn't get him with that one.
That was a lob of a lob toss.
Holy smokes.
He really slows it down here, doesn't he? Got him. Kept pecking away there at the outside, and Tejada couldn't lay off. He's the second out of the inning.
As you said, he just kept fastball away, fastball away, fastball away. Tejada could not lay off those darting fastballs, knee-high outside corner. So big second out of the inning from Takashi Saito. Now he's going to face, who is he going to face? He's going to face a pinch hitter, and it's Justin Turner. Justin Turner now.
Right-handed batter. Montero and Saito talk about it. Let's update that Nissan text poll. Remember the question, our favorite obscure sport in the Summer Olympics? We asked you earlier in the ball game. Well, your race walking is ahead.
That is such
kind of close, though. Trampoline second. Dressage followed up by handball.
Handball. Race walking.
How many times you vote?
Hey, I just want to know how it got invented. race walking. Well, if you're going to race, try to get there fast. Whether you're in a car or a boat, airplane, whatever it is.
There goes the runner. Montero's throw is high and not in time. A stolen base for Andres Torres.
The pitch was strike one on a curveball to Turner. And now Montero and Saito are going to have to get together and figure out how they're going to go through their set of signs with a runner on second base. And I'm sure Montero's Japanese is very good these days.
How so? 10th steal of the year for Andres Torres. Put himself in a scoring position here now. And a well-placed hit could get the Mets even closer. I don't want to alarm you, but Mike Davis is lingering a couple of spots away in the order. Down the right field line, up and gives chase, but it's going to go foul out of play.
Saito jumps ahead, 0-2 here. Looking to get the Diamondbacks out of this 7th inning.
This is a long road trip for the Mets, Gracie. They're just starting an 11-gamer. They've got 4 here, then they go to San Francisco, where they'll play 4, and then 3 in San Diego. No 2 count. Saito worrying about that runner out at second.
As you said, he really slows things down. Puts it at the pace that he chooses.
Yeah, it's not race walking.
No. That would be plodding.
Pitch. Away, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good 0-2 pitch there. Tried to get Turner to chase something off the plate. Nothing doing.
Plodding would be a good Olympic sport.
Plodding, yes. Race walking.
Saito trying to put an end to this inning. Keep it a 6-3 ball game. He's on in relief of Ian Kennedy. Worked the front 6 1/3. And trying to win his 9th here tonight. Turner, a ground ball to short, gonna be tough for Drew. Backhand throw, getting nice play, inning over. I like that. Valley Chevy, who's your everyday hero? Nominate an everyday hero at valleychevy.com or facebook.com/Valley Chevy. AAA, there when you need us most. Back in downtown Phoenix. And Chase Field, our site. Early start tonight. A 5:10 ball game, as we always play home games on Saturday night. Joe Borowski.
Hi, Joe.
Joins us in the booth here. Good. What'd you think of Ian tonight outside of his battles with Ike Davis?
I was just going to say, take Ike out of the game, and he threw a great game. That's frustrating right there.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be. You handcuff just about pretty much everybody, the other 8 guys, and one guy, his 3 solo shots on you.
There's a foul back and out of play here by Willie Bloomquist, who is batting for Takashi Saito, leading off.
Speaking of that, Greg, what a shot in the arm Saito's been just in the short time he's been back here, huh?
Sure. Anytime you can get in here, someone who's done it in the past, who you can bring in the 7th inning to bridge that to Hernandez and Puts. It's great to have him out there. Gives you a different look.
Chopped his short here. And Willie beat it out. Great hustle by Bloomquist, getting down the line, and he beats the throw.
That looks like a good call from Bob Davidson. He was right there. Willie kind of had a running start. All his momentum was, watch as he swings the bat. He's already on his way. Willie has good speed. He's thinking he's going to beat it, and it looked like he did. It looks like a good call from Bob Davidson.
He sure gives you energy, doesn't he, Joe?
Oh, he's a fire plug out there. He plays 150% all the time. And you know, I mean, how many times do you run down a line in a game if you're starting 4 times? Hey, bust your butt down there. You never know what might happen. That shortstop took it for granted. He was going to be able to throw him out, and Willie was going all out from the start, and he wound up getting a single out of that.
Draw throw and get back in. Parr's had a big night. He's 3 for 3 in the leadoff spot with a run scored and a couple of runs banded in, and a couple of 2-out RBIs in this ball game.
Yeah, he's done a good job coming in here and getting this offense started. Started it up in the first inning by he was behind in that count. 0-2, fastball up and in, just fits it out over the shortstop's head.
Look at this. It's going to go on the line now. Picked up foul by Wright. That ball just did scoot foul.
Well, good idea there by Gerardo Parra. Good veteran play there by David Wright. He knew there was no play. Let it go foul, let it go foul, but it's not going foul. Yeah, it did right there. Oh. This is a great shot here. Oh, yep, that's a foul ball. Grab it, grab it, grab it. There you go.
And a pretty good third baseman over his career, David Wright. Made the right play there. Parra now with an 0-1 count here. Max would like to add some more to this 6-3 lead. It's down to third. That is a foul ball. What'd you think of Gracie's race walking? Were you in the booth when he was
nice? Yeah.
He's got that down
on that, huh?
Since it's now a really popular Olympic sport, I gotta work on it a little bit.
Here's a thought. Maybe you should have your Racing Gracie try that.
You know, I haven't even thought about that. You know what?
Huh?
He can't walk any slower than he runs, for crying out loud.
That's for sure. He might be. That's what he might be, or is a race walker.
Well, whatever he is, he stinks.
He hasn't been very good for you, has he?
No, not at all. How about the way this Acosta comes set? That's interesting.
Looks like a lot of work. He's got to be exhausted after he pitches.
Hurts my back watching it.
In the center field, Torres going back. Torres going back. He's got it. He falls down. The runner has to retreat back to first, and Willie will get back in there.
Well, what a great play. What a great play by Andres Torres. Game saver right there. Really good base running, too, by Willie Bloomquist. Parra hammers this pitch. That's just a heck of a play.
As a pitcher, you're tipping your hat right there, Torres. He just saved you a run and the guy on third.
Willie had rounded second base. After that catch, he had to retag and then come back.
Yeah, nice play. Yeah, I've done that to a few people, says Parra. I know how that is. Yeah, that was a heck of a play by Torres. Hey, since it's Sun Devil Saturday, we should get a shot of Bloomquist and Ike Davis over there at first base, don't you think?
Strike call here.
Yeah, there you go. A couple of Sun Devils. Bloomquist tuckered out, isn't he? He's doing wind sprints out there.
Meanwhile, Ike Davis has jogged all day today.
He's done nothing but jog. He's had a pretty fruitful night.
Yeah, he hasn't had to race walk yet. He's just trotting around the bases. Bloomquist starts.
I thought I was
and
real
stops.
good at that.
You did very well. Oh, we mentioned Ike Davis, and he's hit 3 tonight, 2nd, 4th, and 6 innings.
1, little 2, little 3, little homers.
One thing you notice about all 3 of those, Gracie, is everything was out and away. Allowing for extension.
Yeah. Middle away, allowing.
I would have loved to see him bust him in. Make him beat you in, because he's getting extension. Those 2 balls that he crushed to center field. And I understand the curveball, you hung it, but bust him in when he shows you that when he can get extension and drive the ball that far.
Well, David Hernandez has inherited himself a nice little fun inning next inning. He's going to get David Wright, Ike Davis, and Daniel Murphy.
How many times have we seen that? Quite often.
You know, Joe, being a bullpen guy most of your career, sometimes the game's saved in the 8th inning, isn't it?
Absolutely. I don't know how many times where the 8th inning guy came in and he actually got the save because he had to go through the heart of the order. I got the pitch to 7, 8, 9.
Or you come in, you pitch the 8th inning and it's a 1-run ball game. You pitch the 8th inning. Now your team goes and gets you a couple runs, and now it's a 3-run game. Yeah, let's bring in the closer, and he gets to protect a 3-run lead. Well, really, the game was saved in the 8th inning. And that's kind of what David Hernandez is going to have to deal with here this evening now, unless Jason Kubel can make it a non-save situation here.
Listen, it's about, don't you feel right now, Joe, that if the starters can get you through 6, 7 innings per night, the way the bullpen is, with the veteran Saito joining guys like Hernandez and Puts and Breslow and Ziegler, I mean, it sets up pretty well for him.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a huge asset for the Diamondbacks, is their bullpen. They've been steady all year, and now you have the addition of Saito, just makes them that much stronger.
He did a heck of a job this last inning, making David Wright hit with the bases empty, leading off the next inning, not giving him a chance to represent the tying run last inning.
Saito's a guy who's just got uncanny career numbers, and having him out there now, veteran guy, in that tough 7th or even 8th if needed. Just wish somebody a rest.
And that's what he does.
Had him all year.
Yeah. That's what he does with his experience. You could stick him in that 8th inning if need be.
Close it if you need be. He's done a lot of that in his career. So 1 ball, 1 strike count. I'm guessing you and Todd will further take a look at Ian's night here. 3 pretty good starts in a row.
Yeah,
number 9 here tonight.
That's what we grew accustomed to seeing from last year, and what we expected this year. Unfortunately, he's had a tough time of stringing those starts together. But after back-to-back 8+ inning starts, and then tonight, it happens. Their solo home runs. Your team scored six runs, so it's not as magnified. But
well, that second one had to just get under his skin. A 12-pitch. He fought off a lot of pitches, some tough pitches.
Right after Mickey came out there and talked to him.
Okay, what are we going to do? Bam. As a hitter, I just love seeing that stuff. But I can imagine Ian Kennedy just was ready to go after him with a lead pipe.
He was saying, don't be afraid to do that on the 2nd or 3rd pitch.
Yeah.
Don't make me waste 9 extra.
Well, Kubel's got a 3-1 pitch coming up here. And he walks. They're going to be 2 on for Goldschmidt in the inning. Bloomquist go down to 2nd. So now at first base, we got 2 guys who have hit 3 home runs this year and again. Kubel and Ike Davis. Kubel did it for the Diamondbacks earlier. We're going to have a conversation. Dan Wortham, the pitching coach, will go to the mound to visit.
Well, Wortham's been lonely. He hasn't been out to the mound all game. This is his first trip to the mound. He made about 8 trips the first night and about 6 last night.
Did he speed walk out there?
No, he can't speed walk. Come on, Joe, you know that.
We still got time to fly Gracie over to London to get into that event. You're picking him up and laying him down.
Hi, I'm here for the speed walking event. Hey, Grace, we heard how fast you could run. Why don't you just take it on back to the States?
Glenn Sherlock, the longtime Diamondback bullpen and catcher coach, on the phone with Charles Nagy. There's Goldschmidt.
Big at bat here for Paul Goldschmidt with a couple outs. Opportunity to put some distance between the Diamondbacks and the Mets here, especially with that heart of the order coming up for the New York Mets to start the top of the 8th inning. A big base hit here could make David Hernandez's job a heck of a lot easier.
Well, I think that call from Nagy down to the bullpen is if Goldschmidt does score some runs, they'll probably sit Hernandez down.
Yeah, and Zagorski's throwing as we speak.
Goldschmidt only 6 for 30 on the homestand, and he falls behind here 0-2.
It seems like he's been 0-2 this entire series.
He's had a rough go of it.
A couple of hits last night, hitless tonight. There's the target for him. Two on and two out here. And away from Manny Acosta. Big crowd here tonight. 20,000 Upton bobbleheads given away on their way into the ballpark. And they've had some things to cheer about. Diamondbacks trying to win their 7th game in the 9th game of this homestand.
Cut that lead down to 4.5 too.
Yeah. And Goldschmidt can take a seat. He's out. Flings the bat now, but he's upset. Talk to you after the game. A lot to talk about. Especially the Diamondbacks win this one. Joe Borowski with us. He'll join Todd after the ball game. We'll go to the 8th. The Diamondbacks have Ike Davis coming up this inning. Brought to you by Miller Lite. It's been a big night. Usually a big series for Ike Davis. 1, 2. Not done yet. 3 home runs tonight for the Met first baseman in 4 in the last 2 ball games. And those 3 home runs all solo, counting for all 3 of the Mets runs. He is on deck. David Wright first up here as we start the 8th inning, and he'll face David Hernandez, who was in the ballgame. Hernandez has been awfully good for the Diamondbacks 2011 and 2012.
He's going to have to be awfully good here as well.
And he moves right off the plate. Ball 1 inside.
Breaking ball slips out of his hands.
David Wright's going to slip out of the way there.
Gas. Right by David Wright, 1-1.
Hernandez, a converted starter. Used to be a starter with the Orioles. He switched him to the bullpen in his last season there. And then Kevin Towers made the trade, acquiring him for the Diamondbacks. And he's done tremendous work out of the bullpen. He misses up high to right. 2 balls and a strike. 46th game of the year for Hernandez. 61 strikeouts in 42 innings.
Good fastball. Beautiful fastball.
Game Connect has D-back fans talking, so log on now to FoxSportsArizona.com and experience it for yourself. Follow all the action with live stats, social media. Log on now to FoxSportsArizona.com's Game Connect. All right, leading off for the Mets in the 8th. And the foul back. Had a good cut at it, but fouled it. Mets came into this ball game 11.5 games back. Start of the day. NL East, 3rd place in the division. Another 2-2 to right. And a foul back again.
He's just going right after David Wright here.
Right, 1 hit and 11 at bats in this series. That was a 3-run homer in the ball game last night. The 2-2 off speed, and it's popped up foul. Goldschmidt gives a chance. It's going to be out of play. Full.
Just missed. Big pitch right here now for David Hernandez. Yeah, he missed badly with it. Ball 4.
Well, Josh Hamilton back on May 8th in Baltimore had a 4-homer ball game. And this is number 4 right here. And the guy coming to the plate now for the New York Mets has hit 3 tonight. Ike Davis. He'll step in.
Well, now this thing just got very interesting with the leadoff walk to David Wright.
So here we go. Davis with Wright on base. And it's high ball 1.
Yeah, not right now. David Hernandez overthrowing. You can see Montero saying, okay, David, take a step back, take a deep breath, and just go ahead and be yourself. And if you give up a home run right here, you're still leading 6-5, but you don't want to put 3 passengers out there on base.
It was just 3 home runs off Ian Kennedy tonight. There's a looper in there for a strike. 1-1.
Nice pitch.
2 home runs to center and 1 to right. Steve Finley against the Cubs. Last time 3 home runs, 3 runs all by solo home runs. Look who got the save in that game, Joe Borowski. It's fouled back over the screen, and now it's a ball, 2 strikes.
And Joe Borowski was saying, you got to try to bust him in. That's exactly what David Hernandez did right there. He went to the inside corner, and he beat Ike Davis with that fastball in.
Now Davis has been sitting on 2 strikes in a couple of his at-bats tonight. He's 1-2 here. Right, want to start the inning. Hernandez pitch, and a line drive to right, a base hit. Wright had to get out of the way of it. Upton gets it back in, so no home run for Davis, but a 4-hit night. And now the Mets will get the tying run to the plate. Nobody out here in the 8th inning.
Just like that. He leaves a breaking ball in the middle of the plate. Davis rips it past Paul Goldschmidt. look out, David Wright. That's actually a great job by David Wright at getting out of the way of that ball. And, well, not only saving his health, but saving what would have been an out.
So Hernandez in some trouble here, to say the least, the very least. Now Daniel Murphy at the plate. He's hit the ball hard all 3 times up, but has only 1 hit to show for that. A single to center back of the 4th inning. Another left-handed batter. And he represents the tying run for the Mets. And a foul back, strike 1. Nice job.
Yeah, boy.
Nice job. Sometimes you just got to keep working at it. Fans gave him a nice hand. Got himself a souvenir baseball.
Murphy's been a handful in these situations this year.
Hernandez will miss up high. It's a ball and a strike. Each team with 8 hits in this ball game. Mets have left 5. Diamondbacks have left 4. Mets have 2 on here to start this inning. Against Hernandez, a walk and a single. Murphy the hitter. And a high fly ball deep center. Back on his paw. He's going to get it. Warning track. Right tags. He'll advance to 3rd. Parr gets it back into 2nd. So a long hard out by Murphy, but the first out of the inning.
You'll give him that all day. He hit it about 400 feet, but he hit it to the wrong part of the ballpark out there in center field.
Left fielder, Jason.
You can see on Murphy's face, he thought he got a lot of that ball. But Parr easily runs it down. And double play still in order here.
And Jason Bay will be the hitter. Bay's 0 for 3 tonight. Bay has hit into 2 double plays this year. The Mets left fielder. And he fouls it back, strike 1. Right at 3rd and Davis at 1st. 1 out.
Oh, man, what a pitch.
Nothing he could do with it but just take it.
Yep.
Now it's 0-2.
This is what we call bowel locker. As you can see, it just absolutely locked every inch of Jason Bay. 0-2 now. Opens up for lots of opportunities here for David Hernandez. Threw him another bowel locker.
That's not fair, is it?
That didn't take long, did it?
Bay caught looking out, number 2 in the inning.
Well, those were 2 gorgeous breaking balls. Started right at the front hip of Jason Bay. Lock him up. And those are easy strike calls for Tony Randazzo. 2 quick outs here after the first 2 got on base.
And now with 2 outs, 2 on, Kurt Neuenhuis, the left-handed hitting outfielder, comes to the plate. Struck out, grounded out, and struck out tonight. And a foul on the play. These Mets hitters, they're going up there swinging.
Well, sometimes David seems to pitch really well when he's angry. And it looked like he was angry after that at-bat with Ike Davis.
Got ahead him with the count. Davis lined a single. That put runners at 1st and 3rd. He's come back to get 2 outs. And Neuenhuis takes that one a little bit high. Ball and a strike. Diamondbacks trying to make it 2 out of 3 over the Mets, with 1 more to play yet tomorrow. And win their 7th game in 9 played on this homestand.
Gas. That was an angry fastball there.
He's dialed in right now. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
How about this crowd? They're getting excited now.
Many of them getting to their feet.
This place is loud. I love it.
Almost 34,000 here tonight.
Yes! Get happy, folks. Get happy.
Got himself into trouble, got himself out of trouble. Striking out the final 2, and the Diamondbacks still lead at 6-3. Just 11, the Diamondbacks take on the Washington Nationals, and 20,000 fans will get a Gerardo Parra bobblehead courtesy of FreeCreditScore.com. Plus, all fans in attendance will have the chance to win exclusive in-game experiences, VIP upgrades, autographed memorabilia, and more. Get your tickets now for I Scored Saturday. Call 602-514-8400 or log on to dbacks.com/tickets. And that gold one you saw, they'll be spread out. Several different gold bobbleheads to be given away, and you might have an opportunity to win one of those.
I'd love one.
I've never seen one like that. Have you?
No.
Did you win one of those golden tickets in Willy Wonka?
No, but I wanted one of those badly too.
Acosta in his second inning of work. Upton on his bobblehead night here tonight has a hit and a run scored. He scored on the Montero 2-run home in the 4th, 1 for 3. Leading off here. And a chopper off Upton, and he's down at the plate.
Right off the top of his foot, it looks like. Maybe got his toe. I busted a toe doing just that one time. Let's see. Watch that front foot. Oh, yeah, right on top of the foot there.
P.J. Mainville, one of the Diamondback trainers, out with Upton.
Ouch.
Almost bring you to tears, doesn't it?
It really does. You just want to sit right down. Right there in the batter's box, just ball your head off. That's the old, folks, you know, just if you want to know how Justin Upton feels right now, just go ahead and take your shoe off and stick your foot on the coffee table and have your significant other just whack you with a ball peen hammer real hard. That's what it feels like. That little hammer right there, bang.
And I'm glad you mentioned someone other than yourself doing it, because if you're going to do it yourself, you're just going to kind of give it a little tap.
That's a little masochistic.
And PJ.
Well, we know one thing about Justin. He's tough. He is one tough young man.
A.J. Mainville heads back to the dugout. Upton will stay up there. There's the bobblehead that was given away to 20,000 lucky fans here tonight. By the way, for more information on that gold par bobblehead, just log on to dbacks.com and you can find out how you might be able to win one of those.
Hit your 100th.
That's right.
Yeah, especially after you just whacked one off your foot. Well, this crowd's been good tonight.
They've had a lot of fun, a lot to cheer about. Some tense moments. And one inning of baseball left this half inning, and the half inning for the Mets in the ninth. At least that's the way the Diamondbacks want it to play out, right?
That's exactly how they want it.
A swing and a miss, Upton down on strikes. And as Acosta gets out number one here in the eighth. Let's answer our trivia question. Brought to you by AT&T. 3 active MLB players.
One of them's here tonight, right?
Yep.
He's in the Mets bullpen.
He's a big guy.
Yeah. That's Big John Roush. Along with...
How about Ben Sheets? Is that a story?
He's been so good. And Roy Oswalt.
Ben Sheets back with Atlanta and pitching great. We're going to take a break. Terry Cott's going to make a pitching change. And we'll come back here. Diamondbacks up 6-3 in the eighth.
There's our Lucha Libre buddies. They're always into it, yeah. Well, the Diamondbacks and Miller Lite going to host a post-game concert featuring Roger Klein and the Peacemakers on Saturday, August 25th. Concert's free with a ticket for that day's game between the Diamondbacks and Padres. Get tickets by calling 602-514-8400 or log on to dbacks.com/concert. That's going to bring on Josh Edgen.
Is Edgen in here, huh?
Yeah, he's going to get his kicks. He's number 66.
Get your kicks on Route 66.
Miguel Montero. He's already slugged a 2-run homer here this afternoon.
Miggy takes one up and in. Costa went an inning, a third, 1 hit, no runs, struck out 3, walked 1. Montero's had a heck of a homestand and a heck of a run since the All-Star break. Fouled that one back. Catchers over the course of a season, though, they're gonna run down a little bit, especially someone like Montero who catches so many ball games. They'll hit their little stretches where maybe they're not hitting the ball on the nose, but Miggy right now is locked in.
That he is.
Leads all catchers in runs batted in. With its 2 tonight, now 58 on the year. 61 games remaining in this season. He's probably going to catch 50 or more of those, you would think.
Oh, you would think.
He's got a big year.
If he's healthy.
Look at his strength from
That's a heck of a pitch there. The big left-hander.
JJ's up with the Diamondback bullpen, loosening. Getting ready for the ninth. It is a save situation. Montero down on strikes. 2 outs in the inning. You know who Edgin played for last year? The Savannah Sand Gnats. The South Atlanta League.
He's down in A-ball then.
He's Sand Gnats.
Those dastardly Sand Gnats.
He went to the Ohio State University.
Really?
But he transferred to Francis Marion University in 2009.
Yeah, he decided he didn't want the real big school. Heck, I'm going to transfer.
He was a 30th round pick back in 2010. He's gotten up to the big leagues pretty quick.
Yes, he has. Well, when you're left-handed, you can throw in the low 90s with a sharp slider. You're going to get there quickly. Good swing there from Drew. Ohio State, not really known for its baseball, more for football and basketball, I would imagine.
They are noted for football, aren't they? Basketball hasn't been too bad either. Drew tonight 0 for 2 with a walk in the ball game. He fouls one back. You know, Gracie, we were talking about Josh Hamilton. Ike Davis 3 home runs tonight. Josh Hamilton hit 4 in that ball game earlier this year. Did you see the story that he was booed last night in Arlington?
I did, which is
0 for 12 and only hitting 190 since June 1st.
Yeah, but before June 1st, he was awfully good. He is a large reason why they sit in first place, the Texas Rangers.
He was not in their lineup tonight. Texas lost to the White Sox. Who takes it outside? He's even the count of 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, and there's one real easy way, Greg, to keep people from booing you. Play well.
Yeah.
Go out and play well. You won't get booed.
Swing and a miss. And that'll retire the side. So the side struck out by Acosta and Edge, and JJ going to come on, try and close down the door. We've had several nice defensive plays tonight. This great catch by Tejada. How about that leaping grab by Ryan Wheeler at third for the Diamondbacks? And then Andres Torres robbing Gerardo Parra of a hit right there. And JJ comes on to try and puts them away.
I like that.
Here in the 9th inning against his former club, the Mets. Spent a season there, only 29 games, was injured back in 09. bone spurs in his right elbow, but a former Met, second season with the Diamondbacks, 45 saves a year ago. And on trying to close down the New Yorkers here in the 9th inning of this one. It's going to be Tolley, Torres, Tejada, the 3 T's coming up.
There you go.
And if anybody gets on, it'll be the pitcher spot. Now JJ ready to go. He's got 18 saves, looking for number 19. Trying to save it for Ian Kennedy. Starts with a strike. JJ has been very good here.
Well, folks at home, you don't really want a rally cap right now. You want a hold 'em cap.
Okay.
You got enough runs. Hold 'em. So go ahead and put on your hold 'em cap at home.
Into left field.
That's a good start, right in the tracks.
1 down.
Well, if you're hitting the road, take Fox Sports Arizona's coverage of the Diamondbacks with you this season. Subscribe to ML.TV today to see every Diamondbacks out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit dbacks.com to order and get more details. MLB TV. That's baseball everywhere. Everywhere.
We're always on, watching the games, getting updates. Andres Torres had 2 at-bats tonight. Pinch hit, struck out in the 5th inning, and then singled in the 7th inning. JJ gets ahead of it. Kennedy the first, 6 1/3. Saito finished up the 7th inning, getting 2 outs. Hernandez in the 8th. A blanking of the Mets. JJ's got 1 out here in the 9th. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
How about the bottom falling out of that one? What a pitch. Oh, this crowd getting excited again. I like it. Good Saturday crowd here.
Yeah, they've been noisy here.
They're wanting to strike 3. They'll get even louder.
There's a pitch. Strikeout gets away from Montero. The runner's going to reach. So a strikeout. And the runner reaches first base. As a ball eludes Montero.
Yeah, Montero left the 5-hole open there. You expect those to be bounced. You can see Montero's disgusted with himself.
Strikeout wild pitch puts a runner on.
So that's a free base runner there, and that will turn it around to the top of the order now. And Ruben Tejada, he of the .316 batting average, going to try to keep this inning going.
He has a hit tonight.
JJ going to have to pitch around that.
JJ's first 16 games had an ERA of over 7. His last 17, an ERA just over 1. And 9 for his last 9 in save opportunities. That one misses a little bit. Ball 1-1-0. 6-3 Diamondbacks here in the 9th. That's low. Ball 2-2-0. Scott Hairston on the on-deck circle area, or in the on-deck circle area, I should say.
He's got some power as well. See that strike 3 looming large as we speak as it goes to 2-0 here on Tejada. There's a fast strike.
2-1 count. Diamondbacks did all their scoring in the first 4 innings of this ball game. They've held on. Mets batting here in the 9th. One on and 1 out for JJ Putz. And it beats it to left. And the Mets will get the tying run to the plate here in the 9th. Todd is second into the ball game.
And all of a sudden, unless there's a double play or double play ball here from Hairston, David Wright's going to hit in this inning. And he will at least represent the tying run, unless you get a double play ball.
So Torres, who reached on the wild pitch on the strikeouts at second, Tejadas at first, and the former Diamondback Scott Hairston to the plate. And Hairston has been good for the Mets. Off the bench, 5 for 22 with 2 pinch hit home runs this year. Swing and a miss. Strike one. He took a cut, but he didn't get it. It just sinks right down. 2 at-bats against JJ and 2 hits for Scott Hairston. You're wondering, Hairston has hit into 6 double plays on the year. We just missed a little bit inside. It's the ball and a strike. This inning, and out, but then a strikeout. Ball eluded Montero. A wild pitch to put a runner on, and now a hit. And the Mets have gotten the tying run to the plate. This big crowd right now on the edge of their seats.
Yeah, they're a little worried now. They said that was that free base run right there. The strike 3 that eluded Miguel Montero. So instead of nobody on and 2 out, it ended up 1 on 1 out, and then the base hit now is going to bring some dangerous hitters, quite possibly, to the plate here in the top half of the 9th inning. J.J. Putz, he's been through these battles many times. There's no back down in him.
He's fallen behind the pinch hitter Hairston. 2-1, 3-1. Now this big crowd gets even a little more nervous.
J.J. Putz, the former Met.
Hairston dialed in here on a 3-1 count. Mets have kept within range, giving themselves a chance here in the 9th. And a ground ball foul. He just came after him, and Hairston fouled it. 3-2 now.
And that fastball just bored right in on the hands of Scott Hairston.
Is that a rally cap now?
Oh, unfortunately, it's a Mets rally cap right now. Someone needs to call her and tell her she needs to put a Hold'em hat on.
Hold'em.
Turn that thing right back where it was.
She's having fun, though, isn't
she? Yeah, she is. She's rooting for her Diamondbacks, and can't take that away from her.
So after a discussion on the mound, Montero sits up behind the plate. JJ looks in for his sign. Here we go. 3-2 count on Hairston, the pinch hitter.
Hairston with 12 home runs.
He got him. It was up. Probably ball 4, but Hairston couldn't lay off. 2 outs in the Mets 9th.
Well, JJ just reared back and threw some high gas right by Scott Hairston. Up right around the neck area. You can see Hairston just disgusted with himself that he chased one up there. Boy, and now.
That would have loaded him up.
Well, that would have loaded him up with 1 out for David Wright, but David Wright does represent the tying run here. This is what you pay here, folks. This is why you come to the ballpark, to see your closer, J.J. Putz, facing one of the best hitters in all of baseball with the game on the line.
David Wright tonight is fouled out, struck out, lined out, and walked. Here we go. High ball 1. You don't want to go there. Leave him. He can bat tomorrow. Right?
We'll be glad to let him wait till tomorrow.
JJ wants a new set. These fans trying to rev it up here. They're on their feet.
Outside corner. Maybe a generous outside corner from Tony Randazzo, the home plate umpire, but JJ will take it. According to Fox Tracks, that could have gone the other way. Either way, yeah. Shake that rattle.
A ball and a strike on the Met third baseman David Wright. He moves him off the plate, 2-1. There aren't too many sitting. They are standing watching, see if JJ can deliver here. Battling against David Wright with 2 outs in the ninth, the tying run to the plate.
Wright looking for home run number 17.
He fouled it back. He's sitting on 199 in his career. JJ Miggy going to have another little brief conversation.
And he threw him a good split finger there on 2-1. Wright was sitting on that fastball, the 95-mile-an-hour JJ Puts fastball. He got the split finger. Now it's even 2-2. And while this meeting on the mound continues, these fans continue to stand and go crazy.
I had said a brief conversation. This is a lengthy conversation.
That wasn't brief at all.
They finally break it up. JJ goes back behind the mound. He'll walk back up on top, get a sign, and get ready to pitch to David Wright.
No, I don't want that one. No, I don't want that one. That's the one I want.
Got him. Game over. Diamondbacks won it. Hard-fought win for the Diamondbacks. They win their 7th in 9 games on this homestand. Look at the ball just drop. Ball.
That's that JJ Puts split finger. This time the closer won the battle between star versus star. That's a big win for the Diamondbacks. They now go 7-2 on this homestand with one big one to play tomorrow afternoon, Greg.
Yep. And they'll turn the ball over tomorrow, too. Joe Saunders standings. Diamondbacks now find themselves only 4.5 back in the West as the Giants lost to the Dodgers today. More coming up. Todd Walsh, Joe Borowski. They've got post-game activities coming up next. Diamondbacks a big win here, 6-3. They down the New York Mets on just an Upton bobblehead night.